Welcome live to my show tonight. We are here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern in the US on the East Coast and around 11 a.m. on the West Coast. If you're tuning in, my guest today is a fellow boxer, the first boxer to come on in this show in 2022. He is 16 and 0, by the way, so incredible. Incredible winning streak, and his last fight was in 2020. He's coming out to fight in a few weeks' time at Madison Square Gardens in a big fight feel, as I will say, against, Williams, and we'll talk more about that in a few moments. But please welcome along Chordale Booker. Welcome to my show today. How are you doing on this lovely Friday?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on the show.
No, you're welcome. Thank you for him to come on the show. As you must be gearing up for the big fight, obviously, which is taking place on April the 30th in Madison Square Garden. How are you feeling? I know you stepped in last minute, kind of thing.
I feel good. I just been training. I was already training. I'm always training just in case opportunities like this um come up.
Hmm.
So it wasn't anything for me to take it out. I've been waiting for an opportunity like this.
Yes, and thank the Lord, Matchroom Boxing to come to you and to make it official. As you can see, the official poster on the screen there, it takes place Williams and Booker in Madison Square Gardens on Saturday, April 30th on Dazan. Brought to you, of course, by Matchroom Boxing, of course, JD as well. How did this all come about then? How did Matchroom Boxing come to you with this great opportunity?
They, I believe they were going a different route. They were trying to get somebody else to fight. The fights with the other fighters weren't working out due to different negotiations that go on, money, um, different type of things like that. And I'm in a place where right now my career has been pretty stagnant. So I moved up from 154 to 160 um, for that reason, was because I don't want to keep sitting around waiting for my opportunity. I got to make something happen. So I'll take the risk at moving up and fighting bigger guys than just sitting at 154 waiting for a door to open up.
Yeah, no, don't blame you there. Because you got to make an impact to get people talking about you and to get more exposure to you and get more opportunities. And this is what you've done for yourself. So I wish you the best of luck for this big
Thank
fight.
you.
But there's going to be a lot of critics out there. Because again, the last time you fought was it back in 2020. Does that put more pressure on you as well for this fight to prove people wrong, that this is actually the right moment for me to prove everybody wrong and to knock out this Williams guy in the biggest stadium in the world?
There's no pressure on me really because everybody expects. I mean, I would think everybody would expect him to win. It's all the everything is the ball is in his court. Like it's his promotion. He's promoted by the Zone Matchroom. He's the one with 80,000 followers. I'm just coming in. Nobody really knows who I am except from people who follow my career. So they know what I bring to the table, but nobody else is gonna really know who Cordell Booker is.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna be shocking a lot of people.
good. Good. We can't wait to see that happen. Of course, I'm guessing as well, it's a great opportunity to tell your story of how you've gotten to this point, really, because a lot of people might be watching this, and thinking, who the hell is Cordale Booker? So please tell me, who
Right.
are you, and why do you deserve this opportunity than other boxers out there who are more deserving, maybe?
Uh, so I was 2015 national champ. I represented the U.S. as amateur against Canada, Puerto Rico. Um, I think those are the only two. I went to the Olympic trials in 2016. I was in the first final. It's a double elimination tournament. So I was one fight away from being an Olympian. Uh, I won the Daily News Golden Gloves in 2015. I've done a lot. I've won a lot of tournaments as an amateur. Boxing as a pro has been a little tough. You don't get to fight as much as you do as an amateur. As an amateur, I was fighting 30 times a year, and now I'm going to fighting two, three, four times. It's just not as active. And then I tore my Achilles in 2018, which set me back. But I'm fine. All those things making this night even better. This night is going to be even better, even sweeter because I worked so hard to get here.
Yeah, great opportunity for you, and you are deserving of it, as you just mentioned that all your, past experiences and past opportunities, and it's a bit of a shame you didn't get a chance to make it to the Olympics because that'd be a huge honor for you as well. Could we ever see you represent your country and maybe in a future Olympics if you do well in a few weeks' time and blow up the
Uh,
internet?
they took boxing out of the Olympics now. In the next Olympics, there will be no boxing.
That's true. That's true. But I'm just talking about in the future. I'm not talking about the next one. I'm saying in the future one because I know
Oh
boxing is a crucial part of the Olympic Games. I don't know why they decided to take it out of the next one, but I mean, just in a general feeling, this kind of thing.
yeah, I would love to go to the Olympics and represent the country. I would. It wasn't a dream of mine until it became like an actual like an opportunity along the way when I won the nationals. Then I just started thinking, wow, how great would it be to represent us?
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, and you'll be impressing a lot of people. So after you go through Williams this in a few weeks, who else is on your radar in 2022? I know you were talking some trash about Jake Paul last year. Is he someone you want to beat up as well?
No, I mean my thing with the Jake Paul thing is not um, so much that I don't have a problem with Jake Paul. I think it's pretty cool what he's doing. Honestly, um, it shows just how much you speaking and being an influence or hated or loved in boxing can determine your pay grade. It doesn't really matter how good you are at the skill of boxing. You don't have to be that great of a fighter as long as you can put eyes on the TV and asses in the seats. You'll do well.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And of course, making a lot of money in the process as well by doing a lot of trash talking on social media and in the pre-fight press conferences as well. And I'm sure you'll be doing a lot of that as well in the coming weeks to the fight. But how is your
Yeah.
training camp going? You said earlier you've been training the whole time. Since your last fight. This big opportunity. How that been going? Any setbacks so far, or have you been going very strong with your exercises and critiques and whatnot?
I feel great. I feel great. I feel confident. I feel very comfortable with the fight. Um, the weight is going to be made easier because I'm used to making 154. So now I'm going to make 160, which is going to be a lot easier. It's just not going to be stress on my body. We'll go out and fight more at a comfortable weight. So it's just going to be about me doing what I'm supposed to do, being strategic and boxing.
That's good. That's good. And how's your diet going, by the way? Because obviously you got to eat a bit more to get to that 160. Because as you say, but I'm guessing that's going fine. And as you're saying, it's quite easy to get to 160. So what are the things you are eating at the moment to get you up to 160?
I still been eating well. I'm just eating. I don't have to stress about not eating as frequent.
Gotcha.
So when I was making 54, I'm always like monitoring how much I eat. Right now, fighting 160 is just I'm hungry, I eat. I'm
Yeah.
hungry, I eat. I'm not trained and I eat. I'm not freaking out about weight. I'm not constantly stepping on the scale, which was something I was doing at 54, which was kind of like stressed out but nerve wracking. Like,
Mm.
if I don't make the weight, but I know I'm gonna make the weight, so I'm focusing strictly on fighting Ammo Williams as opposed to me trying to get down to the weight.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that because again, it is more nerve wracking to say because you know You got a lot of pressure when you actually get to 154 to get onto the fight card. But this time around, it's in your favor. It's in your yard, isn't it? Kind of thing. It's quite good.
Right.
But what is your kind of favorite food to eat while you're training?
I don't know if you guys have chopped in UK, but we got chopped over here, and that's what I like to eat. It's a salad bar where they make some of the best salads, wraps. I don't eat vegetables until I go there.
Don't blame you at all. I don't think we do have that over here, but if I'm ever in Connecticut or any part of the US, I'll have to try one.
You go to chopped. It's good.
Yeah, Chops. Good old plug there for Chops. Doing great work there. Keep it up. Because again, you've got a future celebrity going to your stores in Chordale Booker. But do you get the chance to have a cheat day every now and then? Have some junk food and whatnot as well to help to get you to your 160 weight, or is that something you're not allowed to do? Maybe.
Right now, I have before, but right now, I feel like this is the biggest opportunity that I've ever had. So I'm just gonna stay the course. I'm gonna stay focused all the way through until my hand is raised and I have that belt around my waist and I walk out that ring. I'm not eating any bull crap. I'm trying to just put everything in for fuel, energy for the training, so I can train as hard as possible. My focus is winning. My focus is coming home with that title, bringing it back to Stamford, Connecticut.
Yes, the home of many important sporting places where a lot of people may be watching in the world on Saturday, April 30th. It's going to be fantastic because the championship, well, the belt, our guest is talking about is the WBA Continental America's middleweight title. It's a very, very prestigious title, isn't it? And do you think Williams has done a very good job at defending that championship belt or title belt, or whatever you want to call it?
Do I think he's did a good job defending it?
Yeah. Do you think he's done a good job, making it a big deal since he's won the belt or the title?
I mean, honestly, I don't feel like he fought anybody. That's how I feel about it. He's got some good things about him. He's quick. He's athletic with his feet. But I mean, until you fight up somebody who can fight too, I can't really say that.
Yeah.
I'll know April 30th.
Yes, what it's about, and if he's a good fighter like yourself, because it's going to be an interesting bout, between two fighters who love to fight. So we might see some knockdowns, but hopefully nobody will knock you out, hopefully, because again, you've won most of your fights by knockout, haven't you? So you've done a very good job. A few of them have been done by decision, obviously, but I'm hoping this doesn't go to decision, because I think the fans will be quite disappointed if it went to decision.
I mean, I'm like, my thing is, I go in there to win. If I go in there and get the knockout, cool.
Yeah.
If I come home with a W from points, cool. I'm just trying to go in, win, go on to the next fight, win again, and just keep repeating.
Yeah. Is there anyone? Because of course we know Otto Wallin as well. He's been on this show. He's a good fighter. Would you have you heard of him? Have you seen some of his work? Do you like what he's been doing? Is there any chance you may want to fight him? Because I know he wants to have a rematch with Tyson Fury. Because of course he was the only person who really gave Tyson Fury a great fight, basically, and he didn't get the win, which is undeserving, and he wants to get a rematch against him. Do you ever think you two could mix it up in the ring if you went to his weight?
Nah, me and Otto will never be the same weight. But Otto's a good fighter.
He is.
Otto's a heavyweight. I'm a middleweight. I'll probably never be a middleweight. in my life unless I eat like straight donuts every day.
Fair
Um,
enough. Fair enough.
but Otto, I like Otto, man. Otto is a good fighter. I
Yes.
like him. He has technical skill. You don't see a lot of technical pressure fighters at the heavyweight weight class. So I like watching Otto when he gets in the ring.
Yeah. No, I get that because Otto is a fantastic boxer, and again, we don't want you, risking going up to another weight and then not able to, keep it under control because again, it's quite a lot of weight and the height difference as well. So don't blame you for that. But I mean, who do you want to fight in your time then in boxing in within the middleweight or even maybe one above the middleweight?
Uh, whoever's at the top,
Yeah.
anyone who's at the top is who I want to fight. I just moved up to 160, so I don't even know who the main guys are here at 160, other than
Williams.
Golovkin and Murata. I know they're fighting each other, but I don't know any other like any middleweights off the top of my head that I can think of right now who have the belts.
That's fair. Do you have your own personal trainer as well? Is it helping you for your, for your diet? And of course, you probably have your own trainers in the gym with you. And what time do you go into the gym at? By the way, do you go at 6 o'clock in the morning, like 4 a.m. or something, or are you more of an evening kind of guy?
I'm kind of a midday guy, going to the
Okay,
gym around like 9:30, 10.
that's not
Stay
too
here
bad.
till about 12:30. I may come back here and there for a night session.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I get all my work in. When I go one time, I'll just be there for a few hours. Uh, but yeah, I could train at any time though. I spar at night sometimes, spar in the morning sometimes. Just however it works out. I always got to get the work in though.
Exactly, because that's the way you're going to get the opportunity you want and to make an impact, isn't it? Because you kind of sit around waiting for, as you said before, an opportunity. You got to fight for it, and all you can do at the moment is spar, spar, spar until you're given this big opportunity by Matchroom Boxing to come on in and hopefully blow up the whole internet and blow up the arena of who this nobody is and show that actually
Sure.
this nobody is going to be somebody special.
Yes, exactly. But become a famous nobody. That's my
Yeah,
goal right now.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, what kind of stuff do you do in the gym? Then let's give our viewers, don't have to tell us everything you do because you want to keep some things hidden, obviously. But I mean, what are some of the main things you do then in the gym when you get there?
So, first thing I do is I always jump rope, keeping my footwork, always working on my footwork, shadow boxing, hit the pads, hit the bag, spar. I mean, it's pretty much the same workout, same regimen, just sharpening up my tools, preparing for what he likes to do,
Yeah,
so I can take advantage of any mistakes that he makes.
And I'm sure you've been watching a lot of videotapes of his past fights to see if you can find any weaknesses as well. And I'm sure you have. I'm sure you've spotted a few things where you think, I can get in there
Yeah.
or there, kind of thing. But I mean, what would you say one of your strong points is then in the ring?
The strongest thing about me is my mind. I'm very good at adapting and changing up my style for who's in front of me. My last fight against Sonny Duverson wasn't a good fight for me, but I still pulled it off and won the fight because my mind. I went from being aggressive to boxing and then back to being aggressive when I felt like I was down
Yeah.
or the fight was too close. Um, and that's what's always gotten me to the level that I'm at right now, is that I can change up. I don't fight one way the whole time, and that's what's going to be the difference in this fight.
And I bet this will be the first time you've fought in Madison Square Garden as well, isn't it? In
Yes,
front of 20,000 plus people.
Yeah, I've always fought in the Barclays Center. I won my Golden Gloves in the Barclays Center, and I
Nice.
fought as a pro in the Barclays maybe 4 or 5 times.
Wow, that's
But I've
cool.
never fought at the Mecca of boxing, so this is gonna be good. New York been good to me, so we're gonna keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. So I'm guessing then as well that means the fan pressure won't really get to you because you've kind of fought with a similar big crowd, I guess, because the Barclays what hold like 15,000 or something like that.
Yeah, Barclays got holds a lot. I'm not sure how many, but those Barclay crowds are huge.
Mm.
They screaming, they yelling at you. They gonna let you know if they don't like what you're doing. So I mean, that's the New York fans right there. So
Yes.
I'm ready for that. I've been around that over and over. I have enough pro. I have more pro fights than him, so I have more experience than him. The pressure and things like that's not gonna get to me. He's the one with the pressure.
Yes, 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 he is, and it's going to be quite good. So I'm glad that the pressure's not going to get to you in that aspect of the crowd because big arena, many more fighting fans will be there, not just from New York, maybe from around the country or even from the world who may want to come in because there's some cracking fights going to be happening on April the 3rd. Is there anywhere in the world you would love to come and fight? Because I know you probably want to come to the UK, obviously, and get the chance to fight in some of the biggest arenas here in the UK, but where are your top 5 fighting destinations you would like to fight in front of? You're going to be taking up
Uh,
2 now. You got Barclays and Madison Square Garden. So where else do you want to go?
well, I really don't have too many. I don't have five. I've been saying I wanted to come fight in the UK. So after I beat Amber Williams, the Matchroom will make it happen. I'm
Yeah.
sure. And then I always wanted to just fight in Las Vegas. That's
Oh yeah, of
something that
course.
was seen when I first started boxing. I seen Floyd doing it, and it was just always like a great atmosphere to
Mm.
have boxing in the MGM or any of those arenas out there.
Yeah, the T-Mobile Arena as well, and the MGM, as you mentioned. I think that's been renamed now, though. I think the MGM has been bought out, hasn't it? I think from when I read something maybe last year before that it's been bought and they're planning to be renaming it. So even it doesn't matter what they're going to recall it. I've always known it as the MGM. There's no question about
Right.
that. But I mean, who inspired you as well? Like, who inspired you to become a boxer? Did Floyd Mayweather field you mentioned a moment ago? Did he inspire you, or somebody else completely different who inspired
Um,
you?
I don't know if anybody really inspired me. I was always interested in boxing when I was young. As a middle school, I started liking boxing. There were no boxing gyms around here. I would always play fight night. And then
It's
high
fight
school,
night.
I started. Yeah, fight night was dope. And then started looking for boxing gyms, and I just once I started really like going to the gym. That I guess actually let me not say that. So Floyd was a big, huge influence on that. I just loved the way he boxed, um, and the way he could just capture the audience. The way he could just control the ring and everybody wanted to see him. I love that, and he was a huge influence. He was the only fighter that I watched in the beginning, and then
Gotcha.
started to find out who these other fighters were
Mm-hmm.
as I started to box more, and I just started doing more research on learning the history of boxing, um, which is going to be another thing why I win this fight too. It's because like most people don't know shit about boxing, so some of these fighters they're just good at boxing, but they
Yeah.
don't really know the ins and out of the game, of the sport. So the little nuances, that's what separates the good and the great fighters.
I see. I like this guy. It's great answers. I like it. I still say as well, because why not? Yeah, Mayweather is it's great to see that Mayweather and Mike Tyson was coming out of retirement every now and then to have like a exhibition matches, which was like 20 years ago. You would never see a boxer from like the 40 who are 40 odd or 50 odd years old coming out of retirement to have a boxing match. It was unheard of, wasn't it? Really, but nowadays more often, it's quite to see. So it means, do you feel like boxing is moving into like longevity now because like more people are able to box for longer than they could maybe 10, 20 years ago?
I think the exhibitions are cool. I think they're fine. Um, I think there needs to be a certain cutoff limit age because you don't want to see people getting hurt.
No.
Like Evander Holyfield is a legend. So to see him lose to a UFC guy, I don't remember who. I think it was Tito.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like seeing that because Evander Holyfield is definitely one of the top 10 heavyweights of all time and arguably top 10 boxer of all time. So I didn't like seeing that.
But I have to say as well, like, you mentioned about that, but I mean, he faced a UFC fight. It's a bit ridiculous. You would really, if I was a boxer and I was going to do an exhibition match, I would choose another boxer, maybe a similar age to me. I wouldn't go, and pick somebody from a different sport, kind of thing, because that could ruin their reputation, by getting beat and all that business as well. So that's my opinion, by the way. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but I kind of agree with what you're saying with about the, having an age stop off. And what age do you think then should be a good age just to have that limit too?
That's tough. I mean, because some people are better in better condition and in better shape. So maybe they need to be in the same age range, and also have the capability of like we need to be able to see their movement. Like they should be able to go through a doctor's physical or something. Because Evander he didn't look like he was himself. He didn't look like he could throw his arms all the way out. It was bad to see. It was sad to see that. It was sad to see that.
Yeah, because like all his fans were like, by like yourself as well, were not very pleased or think that he should just stay retired, let his history do the talking, instead of like these newer people who never seen him fight before, try and see what he's all about, and they don't get what their money's worth is. To see the real him with his stuff from the past as well.
Right. Yeah, it's just more concern too. Like, oh wow, this dude's gonna get hurt.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean there, and there should be something like that. Something like a medical they got to pass before they actually accept the challenge, and that maybe every year or so they have to have another one. But like with a driving test, when you get like a certain age, you have to have an annual or more of a more often driving test to see if you can still see the road signs or see important things on the road before you can given the green light to continue driving for another year or so.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same in the US or not. If you guys have that issue where you reach a certain age.
Don't.
Really? Wow, I'm surprised by that.
We don't. We definitely need that for some of these older drivers.
Yeah, because like it was like in this country, I think they brought in a few years ago, but I mean there was a lot of drivers in the 90s who were still driving, and then something happened, and so they brought in the thing where every so often they have to double check if these drivers can still pass the road test and whatnot to make sure they can still drive, because they're getting on a bit now and people are living longer, aren't they, as well? It's great to see. It's great to see, but it's just a bit funny to see like older people on the roads, because like 10 or 20 years ago, it wasn't really a thing.
Oh, that's good. I mean, we don't have that too.
Fair enough. But I mean, like outside of boxing as well, like what are some of your other things to do when you're not boxing, when you're able to have a week or something off from training or whatnot? What else do you like to do?
I'm pretty easy. I've been doing different things. Right now, I've been doing the LLC with my brother. We've been getting into real estate. So my brother, he's one of my
Smart business.
coaches. Yeah, it's more business. Trying to set myself up for what's gonna be life after
Yeah,
boxing. Um,
that's a good idea.
but other things that I do for fun. So Tuesdays, I got Dart League on Tuesdays for some more competition. Um, so I throw darts.
Nice.
What else do I do? Oh, I play the game, play some Warzone, play some Apex. Just some things to kill time whenever, especially when I'm in camp. Like right now, training hard. I try not to just. I don't want to only focus on the fight. Sometimes I just need some time to just forget about the fight and just be myself.
Yeah.
I go in the gym, go hard, and focus on something else. Go see my god kids, or see my family, my nieces, things like that.
What What do your family say about you boxing? But are they very supportive of you, or were they like at first when you announced you're going to start going to boxing? Were they quite worried about you at first? But then, of course, as time went on, and seeing how good you were getting, they probably give you more of their support, or are they not very interested in the world of boxing?
My family's supportive. I have a really huge family, so I have a good support system. Uh, a lot of people support me. My grandma is the only one who's like she don't like me boxing. She don't want me to get punched in the face, so she's always like, "Oh, you gotta make sure you don't get hit." So
Hmm.
she don't watch. She won't watch my fights.
I
But
don't blame her. Smart lady. But there's always one though, isn't there, in a family where they don't want you or they don't want the person to go into that particular sport. But no, I don't blame why she didn't watch you because she wants to see you getting hurt. And I don't blame her for that.
yeah, she's just worried, but she's supportive though.
Well, that's
She's
good.
always like, wishing me well and talks to me about it, but she don't want to watch it though.
No, don't blame her. But I bet you she might miss a good fight though on April 30th. So
Yeah, yeah,
you.
she'll hear about it though. Everybody can tell her about it, and
What
I'll bring her that title so she could rub
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But what she should do is just watch the highlights. Like a minute worth of highlights just to see the best bits of the fight. I think that might suit her though. Something that
Yeah,
like with you getting hit much, it might be mostly you hitting him. Uh,
right.
so that'd be quite good to see. But yeah, we wish you the very best of luck, and don't forget as well. You can of course, watch the fight. You can stream the fight, or if you got tickets to be there in person to witness, hopefully, history in the making, where nobody comes in to Madison Square Gardens and knocks out the champion and takes the title with him back to Stamford, Connecticut. You can watch it on Dazan app, Butchie Bomb Matchroom Boxing. It's going to be Williams against Booker only in a few weeks' time. We can't wait. And what round then do you think you will either knock him out or get the win in? As your prediction?
So I'm preparing for 10. I'm preparing for 10 rounds. That's gonna be fighting 10 rounds. I'm prepared for 10. But if the knockout comes, it'll be late. I'm not one of those guys who goes out and looks for the knockout immediately. I like to take my time, set up my shots, make sure I'm being responsible with my defense. I don't like getting hit, so
No,
we
don't blame you. So
take our time.
yeah, no, I don't get. I don't blame you. So there you go. There's a prediction for you. A late knockout, if a knockout will happen, or if not, then all 10 rounds and go to the decisions. Judges, I'm hoping it doesn't go that far. I do hope that the fight will be over before 10 rounds, or even in the 10th round.
Yeah,
But yeah, it'll be a slow fight, but we look forward to it. And from myself to you, I hope you have a great night either way, win or lose. Enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the
thank you.
whackers crowd that is, of course, New York. city with Madison Square Garden. Not many people have had the opportunity to fire at Madison Square Garden, so you're a very lucky guy to be there for the first time ever as an unknown person. By the way, so that's an incredible pressure, I would say. But yeah, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope things go well, and I hope a lot of people will see the fight and will then start following you on your social media, because you got a lot of followers on Instagram, haven't you? You got over 11.1k thousand followers on Instagram, so you're doing very well on there. You can find my guest on Twitter as well, with 717 followers you have on Twitter. I think
I'm not sure on Twitter.
Yeah, but either way, you should follow him on Twitter and Instagram. The links are right there on your screen. The gift _7. He keeps it nice and simple. Unlike myself, where he keeps it simple for you to find him on both Twitter and Instagram. I don't think you do Facebook, do you? I couldn't find you on Facebook, so...
my Facebook is just my name, Chordale Booker.
Oh, okay. There you go. You can find him on Facebook with them. You can like him on Facebook, and make sure you share him all around to your friends to tell everybody that this is the guy to watch on April the 30th, where he's going to storm into Madison Square Garden, and he's going to take the WBO belt. It's going to be great to see the middleweight Continental Championship belt, we're going to call it. Going to be a history-making fight, and thank you again for coming on the show, and I hope you'll come back. Hopefully with the gold.
I'll be on anytime you ask me to come on, I'll be on.
Perfect. There we go. Yeah, first, and I hope you can bring the belt with you.
Yeah, I got you. Next time I'm on, I have that belt for you.
Yes, there we go. We'll make it official after April 30th to give him a few days after West, whatever happens. But we'll bring him back on the show either way to discuss the big fight. And by the way, you can follow him again on Twitter and Instagram, thegift_7. And our next guest on the show after my guest, Chordale Booker, today will be the one and only, the legendary commentator from the UFC / the Bellator / BYB bare knuckle fighting. Mike Goldberg will be on this show next Tuesday at 9 p.m. my time, 4 p.m. Eastern. Going to be a cracking show, 1 p.m. on the West Coast. Have you seen much of Mike Goldberg's great work in any of those promotions?
I haven't. I probably have on Bellator because one of my friends fought at Bellator, but
which one does which one of your friends fight for Bellator?
So it's two of them, Castria, Amena, and then I have my boy Justin Montalvo. He just maybe like a month ago he had a big fight on Showtime. He fought a southpaw and he knocked him out.
Cool.
So both my guys on there on Bellator.
Yeah, doing very well for themselves, it seems like as well. And hopefully you'll be getting some feedback and some suggestions from your friends in the boxing world, or maybe outside the boxing world, to give you some last minute tips and preps for your big fight for the first time in 2 years as well, I bet.
Yeah, they already been hitting me up, so they know what I'm about to do.
Yeah,
they seen the poster. They immediately hitting me up, so they know what I'm going to do. They've seen me work for years.
Oh yeah, of course they have. I mean, what are some of the things they've been saying to you when you announced that you'd be facing Williams then?
A lot of them just saying, "This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been talking for." A lot of them saying things like, this guy doesn't have as much experience as you. You've been doing this. So when I hear that from my peers, it just confirms exactly what I've been thinking.
Yeah, and I hope that your relationship with Eddie Hearn as well goes to a stronger point. Either way, he's got to be impressed with your work after April the 3rd. Either way, kind of thing. So I'm hoping you two will form a strong relationship and see you have more fights within the Matchroom boxing promotion.
Yeah, that would be great. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we wish you the best of luck, and it was over going off our topic there, but yeah, because he says Mike Goldberg always says before every big fight in the Bellator or the UFC or even in BYB bare knuckle fighting, here we go, and I'm sure we'll be hearing here we go when you lock it up with Williams inside Madison Square Garden on April 30th. It's going to be awesome. There'll be a clip coming out this episode, by the way, on my social medias in about an hour or so. So I'll tag you on Twitter and Instagram of that clip. Hard to choose of the clip I'm going to choose, by the way. So I hope you'll like whatever clip that will be when I post it in about an hour or so. On
whatever you come up with is cool with me. Man. I appreciate the time. Somebody who doesn't know me is gonna know me now. So
hopefully they'll learn something new about you, and I appreciate you for taking the time out of your your training. For your match, your big fight, boxing fight against Williams to speak to little known me from Manchester, UK.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Let's see. So, again, that's going to be a great fight with Chordale Booker in a few weeks, and you can check it out on Dazan app, and you can order it today. Matchroom Boxing would be great. That's it for my show today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and liked the video, share it around to all your friends. Tell them more about Chordale Booker. Tell them how he is going to show up and he's going to dominate and take the title. It's going to be an unmissable fight. You do not want to miss it, believe me. And if you're new around here as well, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Click the notifications on me so you'll know if a new episode drops. We've got over 178 subscribers here on youtube.com/my name. And we hope to see you on Tuesday night with Mike Goldberg. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Friday and have a great weekend.
Have a good